Hello, and welcome back to another Soulful Saturday with Saylor. That's me. This is where we empower your spirit and help you build a strong sense of self. Life is always on the move, but for the next 40-ish minutes or so, let's hit pause and reconnect with that powerhouse within you. And make sure to tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul fueled goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does, no worries. You can catch all of our sessions anytime on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And don't be shy. Hit subscribe. Heart us. Join the community. You know all those things that you haven't done yet. Now's the time. Hit that button to stay connected and be the first to know when our latest fantabulous sessions drop. We're here to support your spiritual journey, and we don't want you missing out on a single thing. So hit that button. Absolutely. And plus, here's the thing, we don't want you to miss anything. Or you could also share this with someone who could benefit from this message or would enjoy these empowering messages for them to start their day and also for them to be soulful. That's right. Help somebody out connect with their souls. Absolutely. The more, the merrier. Hello, everyone. It is an honor to walk this spiritual path with you. Yes, my name is Cindy Saylor, and for the past year or so, I've been on a soulful journey of rediscovering my true self. When I connect with that inner being, my soul, spirit, life flows with greater peace, clarity, and joy. And I want this for you too. I want you to feel deeply connected, to flow with life instead of forcing it, and to fully embrace that soulful person that you're meant to be. That's why I created Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. This is a space for reflection, renewal, and rediscovery, especially to rediscover the power within you. Our March theme is Awaken Your Inner Strength. And this week we are looking at the power of renewal. Absolutely. We're going to be doing a little releasing of old patterns. Absolutely. Letting go of what no longer serves you. And before we dive in all the way, let me give you a quick peek on how we're rolling things out. Every Soulful Saturday is crafted with love, sass. No, I like to call it Sailor sass. And just the right dose of soul searching magic. And how this is all going to flow out? Well, we like to kick things off with a little warm welcome. Absolutely. Just to kind of set the tone and maybe get things exciting, right? Spark some excitement. And next, we'll ease into the centering moment with a meditation or a mindfulness practice to ground you, calm your mind, and open up that beautiful heart of yours. And after that, we'll dive into the juicy topic of the week. And remember, this week is letting go. Absolutely. This is where we'll share the how-tos to help you take action, the benefits of embracing these ideas, and even a personal story or two that are real and relatable. And finally, we'll close it out with a reflection and actionable takeaways so you could carry this message into your week to start making the soulful changes right away. Whatever your reason is for being here, we thank you. We are hopeful that this session will guide you on your spiritual journey. And so, well, why don't we get started? And what you may want to do is go ahead and grab your journal, maybe your favorite beverage, and settle in because it's time to get started. And for all of those wonderful peeps out there listening to this, either on your walk or maybe in the car, we hope that you're going to enjoy all the benefits of what we've got laying out for you today. So, this week we are talking about releasing old patterns. Hello, yes, which is also going to allow us to let go. We've been peeling back the layers, stepping into self-awareness and recognizing just how much power we've had all along. But awareness, that's just the warm-up. The real magic when we talk about the awareness and what we do with it sometimes. Well, today we're going to be talking about letting go. And I mean, really letting go. Not the I think about it kind, but the drop it like it's hot. Mm-hmm. And don't look back. That's the way we're going to do things today. Because holding on to old patterns, limiting beliefs, or outdated stories is like wearing last year's season winter coat in the middle of spring. It's heavy, unnecessary, and honestly, it smells like missed opportunities. This is your time. It's time to clear out the mental and emotional cobwebs and make space for something new. We've been carrying things, old stories, limiting beliefs, maybe even a little emotional clutter without realizing it. And today, we're not just talking about renewal, we're feeling it. And before we dive into the heart of our session, let's take a moment to pause, breathe, and create space for what's next. Because real transformation starts from within. So get comfy, take a deep breath, and let's step into this moment together with a powerful release meditation. And once again, a little disclaimer for those who are listening in your car. You can certainly follow along. And when I say close your eyes, yeah, don't do that. Keep your eye on the road, but you can certainly follow along. This is our meditation for release ritual, letting go with intention. All right, my beautiful souls, let's shake off the old stale energy and make space for something new. This isn't just about taking a few deep breaths. This is about intentionally releasing what no longer serves you. Find that comfortable space. Close your eyes. Unclench your jaw. Relax your shoulders. This is your moment. Start beginning by breathing with purpose. Inhale deeply. Pull in all that fresh energy, clarity, and lightness of new beginnings. And as you exhale slowly, let go of the tension, the old stories, the doubts that have overstayed their welcome. You want to do this a few times, and each time breathing in renewal and exhaling release. And you want to continue to breathe easily, effortlessly, with the intention of inhaling the new energy and exhaling what doesn't serve you. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture yourself standing in a wide open space. The air is crisp, the sun is shining, and a soft breeze surrounds you. Yes. In your hands, you hold a bunch of balloons. Each balloon represents something that you've been holding on to. This is a limited belief, an old fear, a toxic habit, a story that no longer fits who you are becoming. Yes. One by one, identify them. Name them if you want. Feel the weight of them in your hands. Now take a big, deep breath in. Yes, and hold it for a moment. And as you exhale, open up your hand. Yep. And release them. Watch them float higher and higher, getting smaller as they disappear into the sky. With each balloon that drifts away, feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, and more open to what's next. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to take them back. Nope, they're gone. You are free. That's right. Watch them fade into the distance to where you don't even see them anymore. And take a moment and place your hands over your heart. And feel the space that you've just created within yourself. Acknowledge your courage for letting go. And when you're ready, I want you to whisper to yourself, or you could say this out loud. Feeling bold, say it out loud. I release the past with love and gratitude. I welcome renewal and transformation. I am free to grow, expand, and embrace the life I deserve. Yes, I am. That's right. Let's do that one more time. I release the past in love and gratitude. I welcome renewal and transformation. I am free to grow, expand, and embrace the life I deserve. Yes, I am. And yes, we're going to do that one more time. I release the past with love and gratitude. I welcome renewal and transformation. I am free to grow, expand, and embrace the life I deserve. Yes, I am. And yes, you are. Let that truth settle in. The truth of each word, the intention of each word. Take another deep breath in, and this time, you are going to be inhaling possibility, excitement, and self-trust. Yes, inhale possibility, excitement, and self-trust. And as you exhale, you are going to feel yourself stepping forward into a fresh, renewed version of you. Yes. Yes. Because you, beautiful soul, are no longer carrying the weight of what was. You are stepping into what will be. Yes. Go ahead and take another deep breath in and exhale. Feel that lightness, that openness. That's the power of release. And now that we've cleared out the mental cobwebs, it is time to talk about what we've been holding on to. And more importantly, how to finally let it go. And when you are ready, I want you to open up your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes. Yes. Hello, welcome back. Certainly hope you feel a little lighter. Seeing those doubts, seeing the fear just drift off into the distance. Yes. See, we've talked a lot about awareness, and that is step one. But true transformation comes when we break free of the patterns that keep us stuck. And let's get real, and let's get honest, and let's dive into what is really what it takes to release what no longer serves you. We started that with the balloons, right? But we know that it takes a little bit more than that, because if it was that easy, boy, that would be nice, right? So it's all about breaking free from the cycle. And it's time to call it out and cut it loose. And let's get real. We all have patterns, those sneaky little loops that we keep running, thinking that this time will be different. But somehow it never is. It's like watching a bad rerun of a show that you didn't even like the first time. And so why do we keep hitting replay? The first and most important thing you want to do is recognize the patterns. What's playing on repeat? I want you to take a moment and ask yourself, what are the habits, thoughts, or beliefs that keep showing up in my life like an uninvited guest? And how are they keeping me stuck? Because let's be honest, some of these old patterns are just comfort zones dressed up as logic. You convince yourself that staying in a job you hate is reasonable, that avoiding deep connections is just protecting your space, that staying quiet instead of speaking up is just keeping the peace. Sound familiar? And here's the truth. If something in your life feels like deja vu in the worst way, that's a sign. It's time to wake up, shake things up, and stop letting these patterns run the show. And why do we hold on even when it hurts? Let's get into the real stuff here, because if these patterns weren't doing something for us, we wouldn't hold on to them so tight. See, familiarity feels safe, even when it's toxic. You know, that relationship, that habit, that thought pattern, it may not be good for you, but at least you know what to expect. And you know, an interesting thing is that your brain loves patterns. Seriously, it's wired for repetition. Even bad habits feel right because they're known. Fear of the unknown is a real thing. Change is scary. Letting go means stepping into something new. And that uncertainty can feel bigger than discomfort of staying stuck. But let me ask you this. Would you rather be uncomfortable for a moment or stuck for a lifetime? I know, a little tough love moment, but that's what I'm here for. You know, one of the biggest things that we can do is cut the cord. It's how to let go. And for this time, let's make it real. So, how do we actually break free? Well, the first thing we could do is call it out. Awareness is step one. You can't change what you refuse to acknowledge. So, name it, own it, and say, this belief, this habit, this fear, it's been running my life and I'm done letting it call the shots. That's right. Call it out. And after you do that, how about rewriting the script? You know, that voice in your head telling you, I'll never change, or I can't do this. Yeah, we're going to be evicting that nonsense. Replace it with, I am capable, I am strong, I am allowed to outgrow anything that no longer serves me. Yes. And here's the kicker, folks. You got to do one more step. Take action. Seriously. Big changes start with small shifts. You don't have to overhaul your whole life today. But one thing can shift right now. And what is that? What is that for you? Maybe it's setting a boundary. Maybe it's speaking up. Maybe it's finally saying no to something that drains you. Because here's the truth, you can't step into your power while clinging to the past. And it's time to let go, step up, and step into the life that you actually deserve and that you are worthy of. You can either repeat old patterns or you can rewrite your story. The choice is yours. Now that we've kind of called out on some of these old patterns and why we've been holding on to them, let's talk about where the real magic is. That's right. What happens when we finally let go? Here's the deal, releasing what no longer serves you isn't just about making space, it's about making room for something better. When you break free from those cycles, you don't just feel lighter, you step into a whole new level of clarity, confidence, and freedom. And you know what? Let's dive into a few of the benefits of letting go and why your future self is going to thank you for doing this work today and tomorrow. And you're going to continue to do it because it is an ongoing process. So, how about that freedom of letting go? Why releasing old patterns is the ultimate level up? So, what really happens when you finally drop that dead weight? And trust me, the benefits are next level. You know that feeling when you finally clean out your closet and you suddenly your whole life feels more put together? Yeah, this is like that. Ah, but it's for your soul. First, the first and most important thing is more energy. Yes, say goodbye to emotional dead weight. Let's be real. Holding on to old baggage is exhausting. Would you not agree? You ever notice how drained it is to replay the same old story in your head? How much energy goes into maintaining toxic patterns, people pleasing, or overthinking every little thing? Let that go. Think of it like carrying a heavy backpack filled with bricks, labeled past mistakes, old regrets, and outdated fears. You wouldn't carry that nonsense around all day, right? So why carry it in your mind? The moment you start releasing that you'll feel lighter mentally, emotionally, and physically. More space, more ease, and away, so much more room to actually enjoy life. And the second thing, more clarity. Hello, let's have more clarity. Absolutely. Who doesn't want that? You get to clear the mental clutter. You get to see your next move. Even feel like you're trying to make a decision, but your brain is just a messy desk covered in old junk mail. That's what's holding on to old patterns does. It clutters up your mind and your intention. When you start letting go, your next steps become crystal clear. You're no longer making decisions based on past wounds or outdated beliefs. Instead, you're moving forward with intention. No more second guessing, no more confusion, just clarity and direction. And let me tell you, nothing feels better than knowing exactly where you're headed. And that will lead into more confidence. Step into your power like you own it. Have you ever noticed how some people know their worth and they walk into a room differently? That's because confidence comes from knowing, and it's not carrying the weight of the past anymore. When you release old patterns, you stop doubting yourself and start trusting yourself. The old patterns, the old stories that kept you playing small, gone. The limiting beliefs that told you you can't, they're rewritten. And suddenly, you're walking taller, speaking with more authority, and showing up as a version of you that was waiting to be unleashed all along. That is the power of letting go. And this leads to more alignment. Make space for what really you are meant for. And here's the truth. You cannot release what's truly meant for you while holding onto what's not. Seriously. When you clear out the old patterns, toxic relationships, and limiting beliefs, you make room for the good stuff, new opportunities, aligned relationships, fresh perspectives. It all starts flowing in because you finally created space for it. Yes. Think of it like this. You can't put fresh flowers in a vase that's still filled with dead ones. You have to clear out what's wilted so the new can bloom. That's exactly what happens when you break free from the cycle. You step into alignment and suddenly everything starts clicking into place. Letting go isn't just about release, it's about renewal. You're not just saying goodbye to old patterns, you're saying hello to the most powerful, aligned, and confident version of yourself. And let me ask you this. What's one thing that you are ready to let go of today? Because your future self is waiting for you on the other side of that decision. And let me tell you about a client of mine. This is Lisa. Oh, Lisa was brilliant, kind, and had this heart of gold, but she was stuck in a cycle that wasn't serving her. And when I saw her stuck, I mean, super glued to an old story that should have been retired years ago. Lisa had been in a job that she hated for way too long. Every single day, she dragged herself into work complaining about how miserable she was, how unappreciated she felt, and how she knew deep down she was meant for more. But did she leave? Nope. Nope, she stayed because she was comfortable. She held on to that toxic job like it was a lifeline, even though it was sucking her soul right out of her. And why? Because of that sneaky little belief that we all wrestle at some point in time. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if this is as good as it gets? Oh, I called her out on it real quick. I said, hey, Lisa, you're out here holding on to a sinking ship like it's a yacht. That job isn't saving you, it's drowning you. So, what exactly are you afraid of? Swimming to shore or building something better? And let me tell you, that hit her hard. But the truth tends to do that, doesn't it? Lisa had been gripping so tightly to familiar misery that she was completely blocking out the possibility of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. And here's the thing about life, it won't bring you something better until you make space for it. It won't. So, after some deep work, some serious mind shifts, and a little bit of me lovingly reminding her to get out of her own way, she finally let go. And guess what happened next? She quit that job, took a leap of faith, and landed an opportunity that aligned perfectly with her passion. She started walking up, like waking up excited instead of exhausted. She stopped doubting herself. She was walking taller and started owning her power. And the best part, she told me later, I wish I had done it sooner. And the moral of this story is holding on to what's wrong never makes it right. And when you finally let go of what's holding you back, you make room for everything that's meant for you. So let me ask you, what are you holding on to that is, and it's time to release? Because trust me, your best life is waiting for you on the side. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you are rereading the last one. And this amazing quote by Unknown, yes, it's a whole sermon in one sentence. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. Imagine sitting down with a book, but instead of turning the page, you just keep rereading the same chapter over and over and over again. You know, and you know already what's going to happen. Same drama, same struggle, same plot twists, everything that you already know. And you see it coming. You see all of it coming, but instead of moving on, you keep flipping back like somehow the ending is going to change. And spoiler alert, nope, it won't. No matter how many times you reread it, nope. Same story, same plot twists, same ending. Now apply that to your life. How many times have you caught yourself stuck in replay mode, rehashing old mistakes, revisiting past heartbreaks, repeating the same patterns? It's like trying to drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. No wonder you feel stuck. And here's the truth, my beautiful soul. The next chapter of your life, it's got fresh possibilities, new breakthroughs, and a storyline that's waiting to unfold. But you're never going to get it if you're still tangled up in the past. And let's be real with ourselves. What's the chapter that you keep rereading? And more importantly, are you ready to finally turn the page? Because the next level of peace, purpose, and power, it's waiting for you. But you've got to be bold enough to step into it. And so this leads us to it's action time. Absolutely. There's nothing like a soulful Saturday with Saylor without a few little action steps. So here is your letting go plan. Because, you know, awareness is cute. Yeah. But action is where the magic happens. You didn't come this far just to nod along and keep doing the same old thing. Nope. Nada. Zilch. Mm-mm. It's time to shake things up and actually let go. So here's your game plan. Number 1, write it out. That's right. Name it, claim it, release it. What's the number 1 habit, thought, or belief that's been squatting in your mind rent-free and it's holding you back? Maybe it's the idea that you're not good enough. Spoiler, you are good enough. Or maybe it's that comfort zone routine that you keep running on autopilot. It's time for you to be brutally honest. Call it out, write it down, because once you put it on paper, you take away its power to lurk in the shadows because now you're in control. See how that works? Number 2, create a release ritual. That's right. Make it real. Make it real. Listen, your brain loves symbolic closure. So don't just think about letting go. Show yourself what it means. Writing that limiting belief down and burn it, rip it up, flush it, bury it, whatever makes you feel like you're in total boss. Get an old object, tie it to the past version of you that no longer serves you, and toss it, donate it. Your space should reflect where you're going, not where you've been. And it was kind of like our meditation of the visual of that fear, doubt, limiting belief, whatever it is, as a balloon drifting far, far away. Can do the same thing. Now, once you release something, we've got to replace it with something better. So we're going to upgrade your mindset. You can't just evict an old belief and leave empty space. No, you've got to replace it with something stronger. So, what's that new thought, belief, or pattern that's going to serve you moving forward? If you're ditching, I'm not capable, swap it with, I am powerful beyond measure. If you're done with procrastinating, set a daily action step. Make it real, make it yours. Whatever you do, fill the space that you have released with something stronger and bolder. And then number 4, this is your accountability check. Yep, you're going to say it out loud. You know, you want to make this change stick. So speaking it into existence, tell someone you trust what you're letting go of or what you're stepping into. Maybe it's a friend, a mentor, or even that voice memo app on your phone. When you say it out loud, you're making room, like you're following through. Yes, you must follow through on your release plan. And let's be real, your future self is already cheering you on. You've gotten this far, so you're going to take it that one step farther. Yes, you are. You're going to speak it out loud. There's no more holding on. It is time to level up. You've got everything you need to release, reset, and rise from this session today. Now, don't just think about it, do it. Because that next level version of you, it's waiting for you to turn the page. It is time for you to turn the page. We've given you some wonderful tidbits today. Absolutely, because this is all about helping you get to that next level. This has been an amazing session of Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. I certainly hope that you are benefiting from this wonderful message, because we're going to just go right into next week. Here's a sneak peek of what you're going to get next week. It's all about embracing change. And that's where we're diving deep into the art of embracing change. Change can feel like that awkward moment when you're like the new kid in class, right? Unfortunate, you're feeling uncomfortable, uncertain, and a little bit like you don't belong. But here's the truth. Change is the key to growth and transformation. And those comfort zones are just fancy prisons for your potential. We're going to explore how to not to only survive change, but to thrive in it. And transformation is where the magic happens. And I am going to show you how to find comfort in it, even when it feels messy, because let's face it, isn't always pretty, but it is the only way that you can get to the next level and a better version of yourself. We're going to uncover why change feels uncomfortable and why it's actually a good thing. We're also going to talk about how to embrace transformation without losing your mind. That's going to be helpful. And how about some practical tips to flow with the changes instead of resisting them? So for next week, get ready to step into the flow of life's natural rhythm and realize that you're not just changing, you're evolving. And it's time to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And my friend, my beautiful soul, transformation is your ticket to greatness. It really is. And I want you to make sure that you tune in every Saturday to be able to get our wonderful sessions. You know, this is the weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul-fueled goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. It certainly does. And what we are going to do is we're going to help you. And you don't want to miss out on a single version of what we're doing. So you want to make sure you hit that button because you can catch um, our sessions on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. That's right. But you want to go ahead and hit subscribe so that way you don't miss out on one of our beautiful sessions. Now, for you showing up today, that's right, we have got some very special offers for you. We have our 7 strategies to cultivate inner peace and fulfillment. And through this program, you will be guided through principles and strategies on how to, yes, and how to cultivate calm mind, a break free from negativity, and find deep, lasting fulfillment in every aspect of your life. And it's just this content that will make the difference. It's also your commitment, your determination, and your willingness to embrace change that will truly transform your journey. And we also have my ebook available to you, The Path to Calm and Clarity, The Gifts of Intentional Breathing. This is going to help you reconnect with your inner self, help melt away the stress, and discover the inner calm. You can also grab that copy and the 7 strategies at our website at saylorsjourney.com. And one more fun option that you have is the 20-day challenge. It's designed to help you kick those negative thoughts, gain some serious clarity, and step into the best version of yourself. And yes, we're guaranteeing that in 20 days. And here's the best thing. You could repeat it again and again because this is for your emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness. Once again, all 3 of those are on our website at saylorsjourney.com. And I want to thank you for joining me at this sacred space today. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Soulful being isn't just something that we practice when we're in the mood. It's a way of life. It's a way of being. It's how we show up for ourselves day in and day out. So let's continue this month with open hearts and ready to embrace the incredible person that we see in the mirror, the one who is worthy of all the love that you give. And until next time, love yourself fiercely. Remember, you want to go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Spotify, or Apple Podcast to make sure you get the latest sessions. Absolutely. So stop being shy. Go ahead and subscribe. And until next time, keep shining, keep loving, and remember, you are worthy of all the love that you give and receive. You've got this, my beautiful soul. And this powerful reminder that love isn't just something that we feel, it is something that we do. This is a beautiful session of Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. Thank you for being here. Have a marvelous week. And until next time, remember, love yourself fiercely.